Worst death imaginable, number 23, and God, this one is sad. They're all sad, of course, but Jesus. This is 12-year-old Josh Demarest, and he lived with his family in Greenwich, New York. And he was outside playing with his 12-year-old friend Tyler Day. It was a snowy day, and, as kids are in the snow, they wanted to build a snow fort. And plenty of witnesses saw them, playing in the snow. And then they went missing. No one could find them anywhere. So the police were called and they began searching the area. They used canines to track their scent, and they would also find the footprints leading to a particular snow pile. And when they got to that snow pile, they saw a sled sticking out of it. So searchers, rescuers, they all started digging like crazy at the snow pile. Everyone was freaking out. They were thinking the absolute worst. And the worst happened. The snow was very tightly packed, but they eventually found Tyler Day and Joshua Demarest buried in the snow. Both boys were brought to the hospital. Tyler Day did have hypothermia, but ultimately he survived. But Joshua would die. So what happened? As the boys were building their snow fort, they heard a dump truck backing up. They can hear the beep, beep, beep of the dump truck. And Tyler said at that point, everything just went dark. The drivers of the truck, they were working on this snow pile that the boys were at, but they never even noticed the boys. They were essentially buried alive under several feet of tightly packed snow. Tyler was able to find a small air pocket, which is how he survived. Unfortunately, Joshua was buried face down, and they were buried under the snow pile for 3 hours. 3 horrifying hours, not knowing if anyone was going to find them. Tyler Day's father, pictured here, was extremely grateful to the rescuers for saving his son's life. But the death of Joshua, well, it just gets worse. You see, Joshua's mother wasn't in town when he died because she was in New Jersey. Because her mother, Joshua's grandmother, she died that same day. And this wasn't the only tragedy for students of their school, because the March previous, a 7th grade student that attended the same school as Joshua and Tyler, he also died in a freak accident when a boulder fell on top of his head. The snowbank where Joshua died was turned into a temporary memorial. Joshua was a beloved friend and student. They said he loved sports, and he just loved being a kid. Stories like this, they just want to make you say I love you to everyone in your life, right? Because at any time, anything could happen. It's sad.